I'm not feeling myself right now. I've been stressed out
What
to the
is
max.
stressing you out? Tell me.
Just everything in general, like I'm a very emotional person. Naturally, I'm emotional, and I can't help the person I am, and I can't help to see and read what people say, and I shouldn't take to heart what people say, but sometimes I do see things and it makes me so yeah, let's get it in. Yeah, I do have a lot to say. I won't lie to you, I do have a lot to say. I always do.
And I'd like you to say it. I saw on the blogs that you were trending for kissing two guys, but the one in the nightclub didn't look like a kiss to me. Am I wrong? Did you kiss the two of them?
No, like it was like I woke up this morning and I was like, how? When you're in a place that is loud, a place that is loud, you have to lean in close to somebody to hear what they're saying. And if you look at the pictures, like it was so far from the narrative, and it's sad because certain blogs like to spin the narrative to what isn't true. If you look at the picture, you would know that we're having a conversation. I'm leaning in to understand what somebody's saying, and it's even more sad because people literally believe what they see or what the blog tells them, and you can actually see the truth there, but they actually believe what the blogs say. And it's like, if you look at it, you know that it was a conversation being had. Do you understand? But the blog is telling you the blog is telling you B is B, but the blog is telling you B is C, but B is B. Do you understand? So it's just really sad, how blogs spin the narrative and make things that are not true, seem true.
Appear true. Wow.
Yeah, or appear true. So I was really shocked to see that. I was just like, it is what it is. But I've had a very rough few hours. I will not lie to you. I've had a very rough few hours, to be honest with you. And at a point when all of the whole situation started, my mind wasn't in a good place. I feel like, especially in Nigeria, we are governed by stereotypes. We are governed by configured stereotypes that are put in place to have a certain structure. And I feel like us Nigerians, we tend not to think for ourselves, or we tend not to understand that you can actually break away from certain stereotypes in order for you to be happiness. I didn't grow up in Nigeria. I grew up in a society where, you live for you and you live for your truth. And that's why I'm a free person. I have a big heart. I live for my truth, and I live for everything I believe in, and I live for what makes me happy. I come from a society where, age, gender, status is nothing. You can be anything you want to be. You can be with anybody you want to be with, and that is it. But being in Nigeria and just knowing that people actually cling to certain stereotypes because you can't do this because you're a woman, you can't be with this person because he's this, you can't be with that person because he's older than you, or
what
you can't be with this person.
Going to say? What are people going to say?
What are people going to say? What are people going to say? How are people going to act? I'll be honest with you, right? But at the end of the day, I really don't care what people say, because I'm in my 30s. I have been trolled, right? I have been trolled sorry, if I get emotional, I have been trolled since I came into the limelight, 2017, for various different things. I have been trolled for my weight. I lost weight. I have been trolled because then they were saying my a certain type of way they weren't standing. I worked out it perked everything up. I have been trolled for being single. I've been trolled for being in my 30s and not being in a relationship. I've been trolled that I'm in my 30s, I don't have a kid, I'm not married, I'm not being in a relationship. I have been trolled for that. Then let me ask this and let me put this forward. The same people that are trolling me, isn't it better that I am in a fulfilling relationship, regardless of the person? Or I'm not going to say I'm in a relationship, I'm not going to confirm anything, but let's just put this scenario out, right? Isn't it better for somebody who has been trolled for a long period of time for certain things that is not within their control? So isn't it better that somebody finds hope, love in a situation, okay, that you guys say, oh, you're in your 30s, you're not married, your 30s, you're not dating somebody, but you find that solace with somebody, regardless of them being younger than you, but you find, or older than you, but you find that companionship, you find that peace of mind with somebody. So people that are trolling me over whatever is going on, oh, why are you talking to a younger guy, why are you talking to an older guy, blah 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 blah. But then these are the same people that will come when I hit, because I'm approaching my 40s very soon, I'm in my 30s, but these are the same people that will troll me eventually if I hit my 40s, 45, 46, and I'm not married, I don't have any kids. Do you understand? These are the same people that will still troll you. So for me, I have always taken control of my narrative. I've always taken control of who Uriel is. And Uriel is a free spirit. I am very outspoken. I'm a woman that has a huge heart. And I'm a woman that won't allow stereotypes that have been created by society, especially Nigerian, African society, that sometimes suppresses people. I will not allow that to consume me, consume my happiness, whether it's work, whether it's my relationship, whether it's my finances. I will not allow society and the definition of normal control my own narrative in my life. I refuse that by all cause. And that is just it. And it brings me to say that, yes, I found myself in a certain situation, but at the end of the day, like I said, my goal in life as a woman, as Uriel, whether it's my work, whether it's my family, whether it's whatever, is to be happy. And that is it. Because we have a lot of people that have been squished and squashed, and they have been thrown into this narrative that you have to marry at a certain age, you have to date somebody from tribe, you can't marry somebody who is Igbo, you can't marry somebody who is Yoruba, you can't marry somebody who is from Edo State, somebody who is Hausa. And these people have been thrown into this stereotype by their elders, by society, by the environment, by their peers. And they live a life that is configured to depression. They are not happy truly inside. And I'm not going to be part of that statistics. I'm not going to be part of. The only statistic I'll be part of is a person that made an impact with her happiness. And that is period. And that is what I stand by.
I want to ask you,
whatever situation
sorry,
you find happiness in, that is it. And I'm not talking about what is trending. I'm talking about whatever situation in life, call it business, call it brands, call it whatever. That is my narrative. And that is what I will push and run with continuously.
Oh, okay. First things first, you are talking to the most trolled person in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So if you feel trolled, just welcome to 30 minutes in a day of my life. I get trolled for everything. And you know what I like myself? I troll you back. I troll your mama. I troll your papa. I troll everybody that means anything to you. I troll your pastor. I troll your pastor's daddy, Gio. I told your daddy. I troll your daddy. In fact, I troll your God. I will troll you, troll everything out of you. I will give it back to you. So it doesn't get to me.
100.
There's nothing they've not said to me. And
I feel like Daddy Freeze, I'll be honest with you, when I see certain things that, you know, you have passed through and certain things you put up with, I'm like, dude, how does he do this? You know, I've been trending. Let me tell you something. I've been trending since morning. My phone has been blowing up, you know, and I'm just like, I refuse to talk to people just because I feel like I really don't owe anybody any explanation. Do you understand? Very soon I will speak out some more, and I will be, you know, we will be speaking out and dropping and dropping the truth about how we feel about it, how we feel, you know. Very soon we will do that, but as for now, I feel genuinely it is nobody's business. I feel like Nigerians, they have so much opinions when, if you actually sit down and you dissect what you're looking at, there's really no need for opinion. Are you trolling me because of what? Ask yourself that. What are you actually trolling me for? Now put yourself, for example, let's have a woman in my situation, okay? We're not talking about myself, but have a woman in my situation, all right? Are you trolling that person because that person is in a happy place? What is the purpose of your trolling? That's what I need to ask. I've seen certain comments. Oh, na kiss you they kid, na kiss you they like to do. You're referring to the kiss that happened in the Big Brother house. But how many people in that house kissed? Am I the only one? Maybe my kiss. I don't know why my own, they always trend past everybody's own. But maybe, and I was only in that house for 3 weeks. How many people in that house actually kissed or actually did things or whatever? I don't know, but I'm just
did
asking.
they do things in the house?
No. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like,
oh, I'm just asking. I'm just like, oh wow.
People were in. People kissed. People held each other. People hugged each other. I did one thing only. I was in that. When you're, let me emphasize on this whole Big Brother experiences, because I feel like it's very important for people to understand. When you're not in a situation, you have no leg to stand on. You're in a house where you're trapped with certain individuals, right? Everything is highlighted. Emotions, anger, everything is highlighted, right? People are commenting, oh, Nakish, let me tell you something. Whatever people choose to say, whatever narrative they choose to follow, all I know is I am pursuing my happiness, and that is it. It is nothing to do with anybody. It is nothing to do with I don't really care what people think. I just yeah, you know, that is it. You know, people say, oh, Uriel is a flirt. Uriel is flirting here. She's doing it. Like, it's like today. I've literally just had enough. I've had enough of people calling me. I've had enough of people throwing, like, one blog was like, oh, I'm dating Timini. Like, we were having a conversation. How does that look like? You know, like we're like, it's just crazy, you know? It's just crazy. Maybe I'm naive. Maybe
there were 2 kisses though. There were 2 kisses. I know the one with Timini was not a kiss. I'm not blind. I'm not stupid. What about the other one?
Whatever. I'm not going to comment on anything, but I'm just going to say whatever the blogs want to, whatever narrative they want to push. But I will say this, and I'll keep saying this. My happiness is more important than anybody. When I am the one that goes to sleep after people, you know, people send me messages and say, 70-year-old woman, you know, go marry. People say, people have said horrible stuff. Oh, you know, about me being single. People say, can you feel even born Pekin? how can you be this age? You don't even give birth. You know, you don't even have any. People have said really horrible stuff to me. People will come into my DMs. People will send me emails and say really wicked stuff. But the moment you see somebody that's actually trying to do something and actually trying to welcome something positive into their life, you troll that person for something you have been trolling them about before. How does that make sense? Make it make sense. I think we
You
need
have to learn how to start trolling. No, you have to learn, because all these things they say to you, they say them to me. But me, I will just grab one of them by the blockers. I just bring the person out, roasting mama. You see them on my page all the time. One wore blue coat with brown shoe and was trolling me. You understand? So here's the thing, yeah. You have to fight it. Don't let them get to you, because hey, somebody just bought me a train on TikTok. Whoa, it's been a while since somebody got me a gift.
Congrats.
All right, somebody just got me a train. Yeah. Double click the screen. Follow my #1 gifter if you're watching on TikTok. We've got Uriel with us. Sorry for that. I have to sell my market in between. They're gonna troll you, and the sad thing is, have you met some of my trolls?
Yeah.
There was one guy, the cheapest shoe in my closet will buy his destiny. And he's trolling me.
Yeah.
If you see this hungry looking gremlin, and he's trolling me, you understand? Most of the people trolling you are envious of you.
100.
Okay, what if you can't have children? Does that make you less of a woman? Oprah, that cannot have children, is she not bigger than all the mothers of all these foolish people in Nigeria that are trolling people?
100.
You see, you've got to understand that.
No, I can. Don't say. I can have children. Or no, don't.
I'm just
I can have.
saying.
But
I'm just saying.
I come from a very traditional home, right? I come from a very. My mother, before she became sick, was a minister. All right, she was a minister. I come from a typical traditional home, Igbo home, and I'm able to speak Igbo to a certain extent, even though I was born and raised in the UK. So it's not that I can't have children. It's because, call me stupid, call me naive. I'm waiting for that there's no perfect situation, but I'm waiting for my Uriel Ngozi's perfect situation. And my perfect situation might not be perfect in your eyes, Daddy Freeze. It might not be perfect in Ade's eyes or Joanne's eyes, but I'm waiting for my own perfect situation. And it's taken me 30 odd years to reach that perfect situation. But one thing I've said to myself is, I grew up without a father, right? A father figure. And I pray to God every day of my life that I'm able to meet somebody that I would have some sort of perfect situation with that person and have my children have a father. I think it's very important for me because I didn't grow up with that. And I want that for my child. So I've been very careful and I've been very intentional with previous partners not to find myself in a situation where, you know, I have to give birth and, you know, we're not in that perfect situation, whether it's a marriage or whatever. So I've been very intentional with that. So I'm looking for my own happiness in order for me to create my perfect scenario. So it's not that I can't have children, it's because I'm not yet in that perfect scenario, in Uriel's perfect scenario. And I want that to happen for myself, you know, and that is just it. I am a woman of, I wear my heart on my sleeve. And I don't think age, I don't think status is anything for people to troll me about. I would date a guy that is, you know, up and coming. That, I'll be honest with you, I mean, I won't say up and coming, but I'll date a guy that maybe I make more money than, if that guy is going to bring me happiness. I would love to date a guy that's, you know, I would date a guy who's a billionaire. I would date a guy who's a millionaire. Whatever the happiness comes from, that is what I want, you know. And if he's older than me, if I'm older than him, my question to my heart is, are you happy? Idikwa happy? And that is
how far younger than you can you date a guy?
I mean, I'm in my I'm in my 30s now, and I would
How
say to you,
old are you exactly? Want to know? I'm 47, by the way, so I'll tell you my age.
you see on me, you see on me roughly. Well, my age is online, so you can check it. I'm in my mid
Tell me. I
30s.
want you to say it with your
I mean,
mouth. I told you.
a lady never tells her age, and I'm not going to tell my age. But I'm in my mid 30s. Although I don't look like it, I don't look like it.
Are you up to 35?
Yes, I look much younger than my age, which is a blessing from
Okay, would
God.
you date a 47-year-old?
Can I date a 47-year-old? I can date whoever makes me happy. That is my ending goal. I can date whoever makes me happy. I can date a 47. If God says, Uriel, your husband is this man and he's 47, or Uriel, your husband is this man and he's 37, or Uriel, your husband is this man and he's 31 years old, as long as it has been ordained as this is who and where you're supposed to sync with, I am okay with it. And that is all I want. I don't follow stereotypes, and I refuse to follow stereotypes put on me by Nigerians that most of them might not even have their life together. So
99% of the people that troll online don't have their life together. Guaranteed.
If you feel you can come online and look me and look a woman in my caliber and write 70-year-old woman, which 70-year-old, my mom just turned 70. So if you can have that sense to call somebody that looks like myself 70, you don't have sense. Why am I even going to listen to you? When it comes to relationship and it comes to happiness, I don't listen to what Nigerians say, because no be Nigerians where they I won't mention the person's name, but they were trolling a certain young woman because she was dating an older man. This young woman is now living her life. People living her life. She's happy. She's stunning. She has her business here. She has beautiful children. These are the same people that wanted to tear her and rip her into shreds. These are the same people that are on her page saying, God, oh, I beg, oh. So ask yourself this: why would I now take into consideration what these same people who don't know whether they are coming or going, why would I take that into consideration? The same people that trolled a young woman and literally wanted to throw her into the lion's den are now begging, God, Vikonyemu this life. So why am I going to now subject myself to irrelevant mental torture when you don't even know what you even want for yourself to begin with?
Big Brother. Let's talk about Big Brother. What would you have done differently?
I think for me, I would have done nothing differently. I went into the house. If you check my old videos, how I looked 2017 and how I look now, from my body, my skin, my confidence, my charisma, my sex appeal, it was a total U-turn. Now, I went into the house and I stayed for 3 weeks. And I've said this all the time. If I didn't leave that 3 weeks, I would have easily made it week 9, 10. I knew I would never win. The first Big Brother, I knew I would never win. The second one, I knew I would never win, but I knew that I would go far. Now, I would have done nothing differently because I spent 3 weeks in that house. But since I left that house 3 weeks, after 3 weeks, I have worked with amazing brands. I'm about to work with huge brands, which I can't even tell you guys, food brands. And I spent 3 weeks. I took 3 weeks and I showcased everything I have. And I made it work. I was able to start up my podcast. I was able to start up 2 podcasts that, see, let me tell you the kind of woman I am. When I got evicted, I thought it was a joke. Prior to this Big Brother All Stars, I was in a set where FA won, right? This was 6 years ago, going to 7 years. I have managed to stay relevant for 6 years. 6 years after I entered Big Brother. Very hard.
Where is it, Haven't heard of him in a while.
He's doing his music. Efe is doing his
Oh.
music.
Oh, okay, like White Money.
What?
I guess.
So
Why
that
did
is
you do
freeze.
that?
I don't know what you're saying. Don't get me into trouble. Don't get me into trouble.
Okay. 'Cause I don't want to get into trouble myself. White Money is my guy. I know he's doing music, and I know if it's was doing music.
Yeah. White Money.
So let's give it up to them. Good music. Love you guys. White Money. Mm.
It's not like a musician, or you don't see my name. You're a music star.
Yes, no.
Nigeria.
Sing for me, Uriel. Sing for me. Yeah, sing for me now. Put you on the spot.
Later, but let me go back to Big Brother. Yeah. So I spent in a house, and I managed to do everything I was supposed to do. I'm working with amazing brands. I don't even want to call their names, but food brands that I'm just like, yo, this is crazy. You know, beverage, you know, drink brands, like it's madness, you know, clothing brands. So I'm just grateful that I was able to utilize 3 weeks, because it's not easy. And it's not about winning, or it's not about where you came. It's about how are you going to use the platform? You know, you can use a platform. How do you use a platform? Are you going to just, yes, I was in Big Brother All Stars, but okay, you was in Big Brother All Stars. What are you doing after? That is my goal. So my podcast, I was going to say to you, I started my podcast the week I got evicted. I could not rest. I could not sleep. As I was doing my media tours, I will come back to my hotel. I will come back to my hotel. I will shoot. That same week, as we are doing media tours, at that night, I will shoot. Then, as I'm doing my media tours, I'm talking to people. Hi, they know me, obviously. I would love to, work with your production team. That's how the gig came with Clout Africa. And I was doing my podcast with them. Then I now did this whole gig with Pulse, because they saw
Clout Africa is Cool FM.
Cool FM. That same week I got evicted. That's the same week I got the 2 deals for my podcast, because I would not stop. I could not sleep. So I would have done nothing differently. So the question you just asked me, you asked me another question. What was your next question?
I forgot, but I'm going to ask you this other question. If you had won the 120 million naira, what would the first thing you'd have done?
If I had 120 million naira, I'll be honest with you, my first thing would have been to buy a car of my dreams, because I haven't been able to buy a car that I feel. So I bought a car. I won't say what car I drive, but I was learning to drive in Nigeria, because driving in Nigeria is wahala. So I bought a car, and it's not really the car of my dreams. I bought the car because I wanted to use it to learn, right? And because of certain situations, family, and you have responsibilities. I have a lot of responsibilities. I have a lot of people that I have responsibilities for, and I wasn't able to buy the car that I really wanted. Like I love Mercedes. I love Lexus. So I would have bought myself.
What Mercedes do you love? I have a Mercedes. What Mercedes do you love?
But I know I want like a really big one. Is it the really big Mercedes? Like I want like something similar to like not a Land Cruiser, but it's the big ones. Is it GL whatever? I don't know the names, but I'm so crap at names. But yes, I wanted to get a Mercedes, not the small ones, but something, like
something
that.
Like,
so I would,
like 80-90 million.
No, I won't use all money. No, something for like. No, not the whole. No, I wouldn't do that. But I'll buy something nice. Buy a nice Mercedes or buy a Lexus or whatever. And then I would have invested into my business. I would have paid for a trip for myself, my brothers, and my mom to go somewhere nice and, let her last moments, her last years be of beautiful memories, because she probably doesn't
have you shared what is wrong with your mom?
Well, I don't really think. Yeah, well, I think people know to a certain extent. They know to a certain extent. What she's going through. So my mom had a stroke. My mom had a stroke years back, you know, years back. And I remember when that happened, it wasn't so bad. She actually lived with me in Nigeria, but then when it got too much, because I just came out of the Big Brother house, my brothers are like, you know, you need to focus on your career. And my mom went back to the UK. And it was hard because I remember going for interviews. I remember going for meetings and I'm pushing a wheelchair. By the time I get for my interview, maybe I have to be, there was one TV station I had an interview with. You know, I would be sweating. My makeup is running because I've been pushing a wheelchair and I wasn't driving. I'll push a wheelchair into the taxi, take my mom out and then push to the venue. Like by the time I get there, I'm out of breath. I'm about to do my interview. I can hear my mom shouting, "Where is my daughter? You. So it was so distracting and I literally could not do it anymore. If I had to go somewhere, I would have to make sure that I had like people at home to stay with my mom. And I had a very nasty incident at a point. And when that happened, I said no. Because with my mom, I always make sure I had somebody come and stay with my mom, but I always make sure I cook food for my mom. Like nobody will cook for my mom. I've always said to myself, even when I get married, nobody will cook for my husband. I will always cook for my husband and I will cook for my mom. So I did that for a long period of time, cooking for my mom while she lived in Nigeria. Then she had an issue where she was going through a period of time where she kept throwing up. She kept throwing up. And I was getting worried, like, I cook your meals. And then got to find out that the person that was actually sitting with her hygiene was so bad. Like, she would literally go to the, go to the toilet or whatever and not wash her hands. And it was just bad. It was so bad. Because my mom, so I thought it was like, what the hell is going on? Why is my mom always throwing up at night? So I had to just say, you know what? It's better for her to go back to Nigeria. So my mom had a stroke. And when she had a stroke, she developed something called dementia. Dementia is in the same family as Alzheimer's. Her brain obviously has a significant amount of damage. And that damage, in layman's term, actually encourages the body, the mind to basically go back to factory reset. So you basically start acting like a child and you can't control certain things. You forget. There's been times my mom has forgotten who I was. You know, she doesn't even remember me. There's been times where, you know, it's just certain situations. So, you know, sometimes they can't control their bladder, their body functions. So eventually, that is it. And that is how they go.
Wow.
They forget to eat, and that's it. And that's it.
Wow.
So we've been dealing with this for years, you know, and thank God for her. Thank God that she's, you know, she's still pulling through. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about
Let me ask you a question. You didn't win the 120 million. How long do you think it will take you to make 120 million on your own?
Can I be honest? You know, I really don't know, but I have signed some amazing food deals, you know, amazing food deals right now, which, fam, is taking me closer to my step. And I just believe that anything can happen between Kita now and between next year, even next year itself, anything can happen. I didn't win the 120 million, but, you know, I won more than that. You know, I was able to showcase myself and able to work with brands that, you know, eventually I will make that money and more, you know.
And more.
That is it. It's going to give me an amazing long career. I've had an amazing stretch of, you know, such a good career from 2017 to 2023. So it can only get back. So they'll bring it back. So
you live?
No, don't worry. They'll bring it back just now.
Yes.
So
same thing happens in where do you live?
I live in a place in Lekki, but it's a service apartment. So they would always bring it back.
I think you're living very close to me, because when they took your light, I heard the alarms go off. So they're gonna take mine too, any second from now.
They're really good.
Are you living close to me? Okay, you know what? When I get off the phone, I'll ask you where you're living exactly.
That before people start showing up on my, they don't even let you before before you even enter my gate, the kind of calls you have to call.
I
You're like,
know, I know,
you
I know. Same
tired.
thing with me.
You just tired.
Same thing with me. I've met Uriel, the fitness. You can hear the alarms. So the
Yeah,
light's gonna go off and they're
say,
gonna switch.
yeah.
So
You see, they don't.
so I
Don't.
told you they're gonna take your. Can you see? I'm a wizard. Oh my goodness! I can tell fortunes. I'm anointed.
That's crazy. That's so crazy. They'll bring
Anyway,
it.
there are many different boxes. I like to call them the boxes of Uriel.
Mm-hmm.
I know Uriel, the fitness coach.
Yeah.
Uriel, the chef. Uriel, the workout buff. Uriel, the podcaster. Uriel, the singing star. What
Yeah.
other Uriel is there that we don't know about? Do you have like OnlyFans or something that nobody else knows? Tell us something about you that nobody else knows.
I'm just wondering why they're not bringing a lie. This is actually scary, but not at all. OnlyFans, definitely not for me. And I think everything you guys have seen online is practically just me. You know, I'm a woman that is very expressive. I love to talk. I'm a woman that loves to feed. I love to feed my family. I'm a woman that loves fashion. Love. I'm a woman that most especially, why are they bringing this light? Most especially, I'm a woman that loves to control her narrative. And I'm a woman that, like I said, and I'll say it again, I will never be governed by the opinions of any individual that has no input in my
Any
life.
individual or group of individuals
That have no input in my life. And that is it. And that is on period. And I don't know why they're not bringing the lights, but
forget about the light. Let me tell you something, yeah. I believe culture and religion are forms of peer pressure put upon us by people we don't buy. And much of what we have today in the society is governed by those beliefs. A woman should have her kids before she's 40.
Yeah.
A woman should have kids. A woman should be married. If a woman is not married, she's useless. All those kind of narratives were not brought upon us by this generation. They were brought upon us by people who left this world 300 years ago, 200 years ago. And they still put us under pressure on one condition. 3 words or 4 words. If you allow them.
Straight. 100.
So as long as you do not allow people to put you under pressure, you will be happy. I'm just sitting down here and realizing now all these things they are doing to you that are distressing you are what they do to me every day. I didn't even think of it as an issue because I don't let them ruin my happiness.
Do you know what caused me the most stress? What caused me the most stress is like random people that, I won't say random, but people that I kind of speak to messaging me like, let's have a conversation about this. Let's talk about this. Fam, my personal life, what I choose to do in my personal life has no, even if I'm close to you, I owe and nobody, no explanations. That's what really stressed me out. You know, people calling my phone, thinking, let's go. Why am I going to gossip with you over, like, why? It's like Daddy Freeze, your family member gets into a relationship and you call them, or you see online they've posted their boyfriend or they posted their girlfriend. You will now call them and say, Bia, let's talk about this guy. So like it's God punish you. God punish this alarm. Ndara. So that's what stressed me out the most. What stressed me out the most was people calling my phone, wanting to have a conversation. I'm like, dude, it has nothing to do with you. The trolls were always troll. I've been trolled for so many different things. I've been trolled about, I think the worst trolling I've ever had was when I was on the big side. Then I'll say the second biggest trolling I've had was people, or like, can I ask you something, Daddy Freeze? Why do Nigerians, right? And I'm going to put this out there. Why do Nigerians think it is right to troll because of their age? Now, let me say, you see a woman in her 30s, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
31, 33, 34, 35. Once they hit 30, you start calling them old mama, grandma. Why do Nigerians think it's right to troll people because of their age? If somebody, God forbid, if somebody passes away at the age of 30, even 40, you'll be like, oh, he was so young. Oh, she was so young. But you have somebody alive, somebody that is living. You're trolling them because they're in their 30s. Maybe they haven't lived up to your standards of life. They're not married. Maybe they're not working in a certain type of job. Like, why? Why? I never understood. Why do Nigerians troll people? Because of their age. Shouldn't we rate being in your 20s, being in your 30s, being in your 40s, being in your 50s, being in your 60s, and being alive, where we are surrounded and we live in an environment like Nigeria that controls nothing but right now negativity? Shouldn't you congratulate somebody for being in their 30s or their 40s and being alive? Why must we take age or growing old as something negative? Why must you allow somebody to feel bad because they're turning a year older? Isn't it a point of celebration? That's one thing I've never understood. And I'm so grateful that I was not brought up here. I'll be honest.
I told you my light was gonna go anytime from now.
I think we live quite close to each other then.
Yeah,
100%.
I told you.
Yeah.
Because I heard the alarms, and
Yeah.
when you hear the alarms,
we definitely live close to each other.
yeah.
So I feel like we need to celebrate age and not condemn somebody for being. That's just it. I've never understood the whole Nigerian thing of you don't old. Yes, I don't old. I'm growing old. I'm alive. Shouldn't that be a point of celebration? So for me, age status is nothing. All I care about in life is to be happy, and that is on period, and that is it. 100%.
So lovely hanging out with you. You were supposed to share who you were in a relationship with, but you've said you will not share.
Yes. Whoever I'm in a relationship with, I'll say this, and I'm going to say this only.
Can I guess?
Relationship with, I would say this. Just know, I appreciate you. I love you. And I would say this, whoever I'm in a relationship with, I want to say this. I want to say thank you for being understanding, and thank you for not listening to other people. And yes, you are always in my OB. And you're an amazing man.
Okay, and now here's advice I'm going to give you. Use your restrict button and use your block button.
Straight up.
Don't let them
100.
get to you. They're only trying to hurt you because there's nothing going on in their lives.
Okay.
So once you come to my page and you say, and that's why I don't have 1 million followers on Instagram yet, because I've blocked about 1 million people.
Yeah.
Oh, I blocked. Today I blocked like 70 people.
Oh,
restricted
wow.
Like 130. Oh, I have time. I dedicate an hour to it. I just sit down. This one is talking nonsense. Restrict. This one is talking advanced nonsense. Block.
Energy.
He put out a comment. 20 people liked it. Blocked all the 20.
God, that energy.
Oh, no. I'm just going to sit down there. Pop, block. Then you that put out the comment, I now take you to the front page and make you the donkey of the day. I put a tail on you. I make you look like a primate. And then I feel better. Some people say, Daddy Freeze, are you not too old? Is your father that is too old? Why do you want me to absorb somebody else's negative energy? When Uriel was talking about it, she's being trolled. I was like, oh, wow, really? And now everything they said to me, they will say, but you see, it doesn't get to me because I will fire you back. By the time I'm done roasting you, and let me tell you, I'm going to put you on my page and I'm going to block everybody that supports you.
100.
So if somebody comes on my page and says, but Daddy Free is telling the truth, just know that you are gone. Finish. He's telling the truth, Abby. Bye. Bye-bye. Somebody said, Daddy Free, why don't you like being criticized? How can you tell me that I'm dumb and that's criticism? Can you tell your father at home, your useless security guard father, or your mother that is standing on Sanusi Fafunwa collecting 40 naira a pop? Can you tell them that they are dumb? You come to my page and tell me, God will punish you. I will curse you out too. And I go to bed very happy because I learned not to carry anybody's negative energy. You don't understand how bad it is. There was a time when people insult me, and it would be with me, would be on my mind. I'll be watching a movie and I'll be thinking about it. I'll be having a shower and I'll be thinking about it. One day I started answering them. Do you know? I don't remember. Once I'll say I'll take down this post in 30 minutes. 2 days later, the post is still there. That's when I'm like, oh my God, this post is still there. I delete it because it's gone. You give me fire, I give you thunder. I will make you eat brimstone. I will feed you brimstone.
Jeez.
I will feed you sulfur. I will feed it to you. By the time I'm done with you, you will have a wish that you saw my page and jumped and passed.
Honestly, and it's so easy to do that. It's so easy to jump and pass. It's
when they see a victim, they come after anybody that looks weaker than them. Even during my live, I'm talking on my live now, and somebody just drops a line. I will fire that person on for 7 straight minutes. Boom, 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 boom. They go quiet. I'm like, oh, I thought you could keep up the energy. So that's my advice for you. Don't let them transfer the negative energy to you, my sister. Give it to them hot. And if you know you don't have the power to troll them back, block them, delete them, report their comments. Get your fans. Sometimes just take a negative comment, pin it on your page, put it as a page for 2 hours, and tell every one of your fans to report that account. Get 100. Them off Instagram.
Thank you. I was going to say something, Daddy Frisia. Since this whole saga happened, right, I've had a lot of women and men send me DMs saying, my wife is older than me, my wife is younger than me, or my husband is older than me, my husband is younger than me. And they said to me, Uriel, thank you so much for highlighting the fact that, you know, you can find happiness anywhere, okay? And I'm not saying that, I'm not confirming anything, but I'm just saying, that makes me happy for me to push that narrative. And I feel like a lot of us, if we open our minds and we stop believing and accepting and digesting things that you said were put upon us thousands of years ago by people that are no longer here, we will truly live a happier life. Because ask yourself, how many people or how many stories you read online that this person went to the third mainland bridge and they wanted to jump off. This person did this to themselves. Listen, if we live a life and we're truly happy about ourselves and really truly happy about our lives and truly want happiness for our lives, there are a lot of things that we should overlook. We should overlook things like status. We should overlook things like age. And we should also, there's another thing that I'm going to say, and I don't want to break the table. I think, like, not in regards to me. I feel like if you're a man or you're a single woman, right? If you see somebody you like as a single woman, see somebody you like as a single woman, I will encourage you, and you get the signals, or I will encourage you. You're single, you find yourself, you're at a certain age. Don't sit there and wait for that person that you're seeing, that you're liking, to come and say hello to you. If he's giving you the signs that he is interested, there is nothing wrong in flirting. And I'm going to say that. There is nothing wrong with flirting. There's nothing wrong with saying, hi, oh, hey, smiling. Your happiness is important, and that is on period. And that is it. Break 100%. The narrative, break the chain. That's it. Break the narrative.
Big shout out to Coach Jay. Let me tell you something. People love coming to my live to watch me insult my trolls. Coach Jay used to pay $20 for each time I insult somebody.
Wow.
One evening, I made $500. You know, on YouTube, they can buy super chats and super stickers. One evening, I made over $500 at $20. I don't know if it was $50 a pop. It was about $20. Some of the hot insults were $50. So I was firing them, and he was creating my YouTube account. And in real time, he just bought $20 now, Coach J. So they give me ginger. You throw me lemons, I make you into lemonade. Forget the lemon. You go now. You be the lemonade. Then I will make you lick those lemons, and then I'll kick you off my page to where you deserve to be. So, guys, you guys are the problem. Some of you are the Samilari you are complaining about in the life of Mohbad. This beautiful young lady, you trolled her because she was overweight. She lost weight because of you. Me, I even liked her when she was bigger, because me, I like thick women. And I've complained to her before. She said, you were trolling her. And she feels healthier and better now. I'm happy for her. Now you are still trolling her again. God will punish you.
That's it.
Opposite of fat is thin. If you don't like fat, you like thin.
I'm much healthier. They trolled me for being big. They trolled me for even there's so many things. There's so many things.
Now let me ask you one question as you leave. What made you drop the weight so drastically? Was it exercise or diet?
I'll be honest with you. It was diet, and then from the diet, I had a lot of loose skin, and I still have like not loose skin, but I had like cellulite, and I had to tone up. So that's when I started going to the gym, trying to lift weights, and the rest of it. And I feel like for me, you know, I'm in my 30s now, and I feel like it's done me so much good, because when people see me, I tell people my real age, they're like, seriously? Like, they never believe I am my age. And I feel like it's done me well. Losing weight, going to the gym, it's helped my skin, it's helped my body, it's helped my stamina, it's helped so many different things, you know.
Because in doing what? In doing
stamina.
That
he frees in life.
And what about in the stamina?
In
Has
life.
it helped that stamina?
I don't know. In life.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Uriel. Show her some love. Don't troll her. Make her happy. She's a lovely lady. And she's honest and real. I like that about her. I've always liked her. I've brought her to my show a couple of times.
I am as honest as you can get. I know they hide anything. I wear my hat for my sleeve. If I like it, I don't like. Straight up, man.
Straight up.
Girl in the building.
Guys, show some love. Thank you so much, my darling. I'm going to give you a call to know exactly where you're staying so we can hook up.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Take care, guys. Woohoo! All right, that was Uriel. See you in church tomorrow, 12:30. Don't miss it. Love you all. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye, guys.